for 30 years.
Contact Cordell & Cordell to schedule an appointment with one of our firm's Chicagoland area attorneys online at CordellCordell.com. 4320 Winfield Road, Suite 200, Warrenville, Illinois, 60555.
Welcome back to Customize and Save with Liberty Mutual Insurance Company, the game show where you only pay for what you need. And we're out of time. Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
7:08. Let's get an update on the roads now. Team Hochberg Traffic Center time. In for Jim Telemonti, here's Paul Bodenloss.
Dealing with a new issue in Naperville. Hassert Road is closed near Book Road. That's closed for a crash. Also on the Tri-State, heading northbound at Roosevelt, that exit ramp remains closed to westbound Roosevelt. That is closed due to a crash. The Kennedy inbound slows between Harlem and Central, slows again between North and the Byrne interchange. Also, the express lanes are getting a little heavy from North Avenue into the city as well. Eisenhower inbound slows between St. Charles and the Tri-State, taps the brakes as well between Wolf and Des Plaines. And on the Stevenson, it slows between Harlem and Kedzie, gets sluggish as well as you approach the Dan Ryan. That ramp from the inbound Stevenson to the inbound Dan Ryan is starting to tap the brakes because of construction. That's traffic. I'm Paul Bodenloss on AM 560. The Answer.
Chicago's Morning Answer continues next. AM 560 Weather Center forecast with our AccuWeather meteorologist, Steve Williams.
Today and tonight, mainly cloudy, showers, high today 65, low tonight 50, shower tomorrow morning, then cloudy, high 61, clouds and rain Saturday, the high 59. Plan with confidence this spring. Download the AccuWeather app today. I'm Steve Williams on AM 560, The Answer.
62 at O'Hare, 64 at Midway, and light rain falling across much of the Chicagoland area. Next news at 7:30. Chicago's Morning Answer continues next on AM 560, The Answer.
From the Matrix Home Solutions studios, this is Chicago's Morning Answer on AM 560, The Answer.
Listen to AM 560, The Answer, online at 560theanswer.com, on the AM 560 mobile app, and your Alexa-powered smart speaker, on TuneIn, iHeart, and radio.com. This is Chicago's Morning Answer with Dan Proft and Amy Jacobson on AM 560, The Answer.
Back to baseball we go. Good morning, Amy Jacobson here. John Anthony filling in for Dan Proft. His show is Black and White. Heard here Saturdays from 1 to 3 p.m. So glad to have you. Today's the White Sox home opener.
Okay.
I wonder if Mayor Lightfoot's going to be there. Because she was there, at Wrigley Field. You know how that went.
Yeah.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the playing field as we welcome the Mayor of Chicago, Lori Lightfoot.
And she was there, with all her girlfriend, Dr. Awarde, Dr. Nzike, because now they're celebrities. Doctors turn celebrities. Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
And they all had their Cubs jerseys on with their names and back. I saw that picture, and I thought it was repugnant.
Yeah.
That is so sick to me that they're be in your office at work in the health department, in the city's health department.
Is the mayor a Cub fan?
Oh, well, she was the other day, but she might be a Sox fan. I don't know if she's throwing out the first pitch.
That was smart on the Cubs game, though.
What, to get her there?
I would.
Well, they had to convince her
Yeah.
via a super PAC donation of $250,000. Thank you, Jerry Reinsdorf, to open up fans in baseball. Because if any sport needs fans in baseball, or needs fans, it's Major League Baseball.
So they're being held hostage for campaign contribution.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So that's how that works. You rub my back, I'll rub yours.
Yeah.
Let us have 30%, 20% capacity, and we'll donate money to your super PAC for your reelection bid.
Wow.
People should know that that's how things work.
Open it all up.
In Chicago. But speaking of baseball, Georgia's on everybody's mind because they moved MLB All-Star Game to Denver. And Stacey Abrams, who claims to represent the people of Georgia, I don't think she's conceded yet that she lost the election.
Yeah. She has not.
But now she's trying to walk it back.
I understand the passion of those calling for boycotts of Georgia following the passage of SB 202. Boycotts have been an important tool throughout our history to achieve social change. But here's the thing. Black, Latino, AAPI, and Native American voters whose votes are the most suppressed under SB 202, are also the most likely to be hurt by potential boycotts of Georgia. To our friends across the country, please do not boycott us.
Duh.
And to my fellow Georgians, stay and fight, stay and vote.
I mean, this woman is a hot mess.
Where's the suppression in the bill, though? I read the bill thoroughly.
SB 202, because I love those names. I got your H152 here, but SB 202 is real sexy.
Yeah.
No, but you read the bill.
Yeah, I see nothing. Honestly, Georgia should be the standard for the rest of America. That bill should be the standard because But see, here's what happens. The other side understands that it stops any of their cheating. If they want to so-called cheat, it stops all of that because now you have to have an ID to come in and vote. It doesn't say you can't drink water. I don't know where they got this crap from.
Politicians just can't hand out
of course,
water. But anybody else, an
it.
election judge. Right, exactly. So with more on this, let's welcome back to the program Janelle King. She's co-founder of Speak Georgia, panelist on Fox 5 Atlanta, Georgia Gang, and former deputy state director of the Georgia Republican Party. Good morning, Janelle. How are you?
Good morning. I'm great. I'm happy to be back.
Great. So what's going on with Stacey Abrams? Is she to blame for MLB leaving, or was she trying to get them to stay?
You know what? I think that she is part to blame because initially she was sending out text messages encouraging people to boycott these businesses and to boycott. And then what I'm guessing happened was maybe the commissioner, the Cobb County commissioner, Lisa Cupid, maybe called her and said, hey, this is crazy. Boycotting businesses don't hurt Republicans. It hurts the people that work for these businesses. And then she tried to walk it back. But it was too late at this point because now she has the president of the United States viewing her lies. So he's not going to walk it back because then that means he has to fact check himself, which is something that he doesn't do very well. So at the end of the day, we found ourselves in a position where I wanted to see. This was an opportunity for me to see who really carried the power.
That's it.
Was it Stacey Abrams and Commissioner Cupid here in Georgia, or is it Joe Biden? And clearly he won. And now we are in a serious situation. I've talked to businesses who have been impacted by this, and a number of these businesses are minority businesses, which is really, really interesting.
And Janelle, the way I look at this, I look at Uncle Ben's, I look at Aunt Jemima, and then I look at what happened with this voting bill. It seems like the left is trying to basically erase anything black. And I can only imagine the vendors and
I think
how they were affected by this.
It's $100 million in lost revenue.
Yeah.
And Dan was like, "That's I go, no, that's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money.
That's a lot of hotel cancellations, a lot of restaurants. People aren't going to go to Foggy Bottom and drink after the game.
Right.
Yeah.
So Janelle, you've talked to these people. I mean, these that are going to lose out on. No, I didn't mean. Gosh, you guys are so bad. You talked to people who are going to be losing out, correct?
I did.
What line of work?
Yeah, so there's one business that I also spoke with the Cobb Chamber president, Mr. John Loud, and there was one business who it's a tent service, and so they had, if I'm not mistaken, about 100,000 in like pre-orders ready to go because people were going to do a lot of outdoor events and outdoor vending. And so, and I think we need to add, too, that it's not just the All-Star game. It was All-Star week.
Right,
so there was a couple of days of this, right? So,
the home run derbies one day. I mean, it's fun. We had the All-Star game here, and place was packed. And, I've never seen so many people at Comiskey Park. It was crazy.
Yeah, it was so much. So this tent service, they weren't able to provide any services during the pandemic. And so they were looking forward to this. And then there was a Jamaican restaurant that's around the corner from the Battery where the stadium is. And that restaurant, they said that they used a lot of their return earnings to hire new people to prepare for this. So now they're in a position where it's like, do I let these people go? And that creates another issue. Or do I keep them not knowing if I'm going to be able to afford them later? So all of it is just absolutely ridiculous. And, you listed off all the foolishness that they're spewing concerning this bill, but I'm with you. This bill is most certainly better than in most states, and I just couldn't believe that they are taking it this direction.
Yeah, Janelle, how do we make this a teaching moment for especially black voters? Because I think so many times in the black community, we just take this type of stuff and just, oh, they looking out for our best interest. How do we make this a teaching moment to attract? Because once again, I said earlier on the show, I think Trump laid out the playbook of how we garner more, because I'm a former black state representative here in the state of Illinois. How do we use this as a teaching moment to draw more people into not so much republicanism, but conservatism and just a change of mind of how they think about politics?
Yeah, I'm with you, and that's something that stays constantly on my mind. And I think it's that we have to get ahead of this. When it first happened, I was happy to see that our governor and the governor's team put together the press conference the very next day, which was not anticipated from the Democrat side. So there was no counter on that, right? So, and he laid it out. He laid out exactly what was happening and what wasn't happening. And I think it's important that people like myself, like you, that are a part of the minority community that gets it, explain to the minority community in ways that are understandable, right? And I'm not saying that there's a lack of intelligence, but sometimes, you have to consider the fact that many of the people in our community are just not as equipped to put most of their time into politics, right? They're working two jobs in some cases. In other cases, they're just, we're all trying to push forward and we're just doing other things. So making sure that we provide accurate information. I use every platform I have to do that. And then trust me, there are a lot of people that get it. There really are. There are a lot of minorities that really do understand. And I think that's going to happen. It's going to show up. We're going to see the results of that in 2022.
Wow. Now, one thing I wanted to ask about the election, 1,700 people in Georgia voted twice. They voted mail-in ballots, and then on Election Day, and this is during the general election, of course, they voted again. Have they ever been prosecuted or received a fine, or they're just going to let this one slide over the plate? Not to use a sports metaphor, which I just did.
Perfect timing.
Yeah.
I don't know. That is a question that I have. That's more of a question for our Attorney General.
Yeah.
But I'm asking the same questions. I think that will also show that we not only are able to locate when these things happen, but there are consequences to it. And then it refutes the Democrats who keep telling us that nothing happened, there was no election fraud. And the thing about it is we know that there were things that happened. I talk to people I have one of my best friends is on the Fulton County Board of Elections. She gave me insight on certain things.
Yeah.
I mean, we're talking about it, but I think it's most important that our Attorney General jump on this and say, hey, let's prosecute these people and show that there are consequences to these actions.
Well, whatever became of the suitcases full of ballots that came out? I mean, whatever happened with that?
Well, it's interesting. So the director of the Fulton County director that manages the election process was fired by the Board of Elections. It was a bipartisan
I didn't hear about that.
Decision. But the funny thing is, the commission, when it kicked it over to the commission, they said that, we are going to overturn the board's decision. Now, that's another problem within itself, because what is the point of having a board of elections if the commission, which happens to be, it's actually a 3-on-3 split, 3 Republicans, 3 Democrats, and then the chairman, he leans Democrats. So he's like that final vote. So they voted it out. And I'm assuming they're going to go ahead and let him continue. They're trying to work that out now in the courts to see who has the authority to really get rid of this guy. But it was a Democrat on the Fulton County Board of Elections that was kind of leading the discussion to get rid of him. So, but this is the stuff that the media hides, how it is. And it's up to us to kind of keep pushing it out.
All right. Janelle King, always a pleasure having you on. You're
Gotta
awesome.
have her on my show.
Yeah, you're going to.
Absolutely.
Yes, we'll share your information with you, John Anthony. We'll have you back again here real soon. Janelle King, co-founder of Speak Georgia and the former deputy state director for the Georgia Republican Party. Thanks, Janelle, for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. And she joined us on our turnkey.pro answer line.
The more you listen, the more you'll know. This is Chicago's Morning Answer. Morning Answer on AM 560. The Answer.
Are you aware that AmericanEagle.com has been designing websites since the internet started? Do you know they've helped companies large and small achieve results that they themselves thought impossible? Today, a well-designed website is an art form. There are no cookie-cutter solutions. At AmericanEagle.com, they are proud to design and develop a website that fits their client's business. Their experience shows that a well-designed website with the client's business at the forefront will bring an excellent return on their investment. Clients, from startups to medium and large businesses, have come to rely on them for a full line of website services from consulting and integration to digital strategy and marketing, hosting, and maintenance. AmericanEagle.com is the technology partner you need if you're looking for online success. They work with all kinds of companies in nearly every industry. Give the team at AmericanEagle.com a call today, 1-877-WEB-NOW-1. Let them help you achieve online results and success. AmericanEagle.com, that number again, 1-877-WEB-NOW and the number 1, 1-877-WEB-NOW-1.
All right, I do it every day. Yesterday, I forgot. I forgot to take my balance of nature. Later on in the day, I was lacking some energy, and I thought, whoa, that's what I forgot. Forgot to feed the soul. Balance of nature, 6 capsules a day. With that, you're getting 10 servings of 31 different fruits and veggies. There's no preservatives, no dyes, GMO, gluten-free, all natural, and this stuff works. I take it to have a strong, healthy immune system because doctors who have been on the show say get enough sleep, exercise, and eat a well-balanced diet, which you have to admit you're not doing on your own, and that's where Balance of Nature comes in. And right now, Balance of Nature offering free shipping and 35%